Most bike lights just sit there and blink, but this little gadget from Nilone is trying to do a whole lot more. It is essentially a two-in-one setup that combines a standard rear safety light with a built-in GPS tracker. The real kicker here is the integration with Apple's Find My network. If you are already deep into the iOS ecosystem, this is a pretty clever way to keep tabs on your bike without having to deal with monthly subscription fees or messing around with a separate SIM card. It is one of those things that makes you wonder why more accessories aren't built this way. Holding it in your hand, it feels surprisingly light, only about 30 grams, which is great because nobody wants extra bulk hanging off their seat post. It doesn't feel like a cheap piece of plastic either. It has a solid, sturdy build that feels like it could actually survive a few bumps on a mountain trail. The mounting system is straightforward, and once it is locked in, it stays put. You get 5 different light modes to play with, and honestly, the brightness is impressive. It is definitely enough to get the attention of drivers behind you, even when the sun is starting to dip. Now, the tracking side of things is where it gets interesting. Since it taps into the Find My network, you are essentially using the millions of Apple devices out there to help locate your bike if it ever goes missing. It is a proactive way to handle security, and being able to share that location with a few contacts is a nice touch for peace of mind. The battery life is another highlight. Getting around 60 hours on a single charge is solid, and since it uses USB-C, you can top it off pretty quickly before a ride. It is also rated for rain, so you don't have to panic if you get caught in a sudden downpour. Of course, it isn't perfect. The biggest limitation is that it is strictly for Apple users. If you are rocking an Android phone, this tracker part of the device is basically useless to you, which is a bit of a bummer. Also, while the light is bright, the housing is quite compact, so the buttons can feel a little fiddly if you're wearing thick cycling gloves. You might find yourself fumbling for the mode switch for a second or two. Still, for the price, it is a smart piece of kit. It solves the problem of needing a light and wanting some extra security without cluttering up your handlebars or frame with extra gear. If you are an iPhone user looking to add a layer of protection to your daily commuter or weekend ride, this is definitely worth a look. It is simple, effective, and does exactly what it promises without any hidden costs.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.